And gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Atlantic City, New Jersey, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, hailing from Quilmes, Argentina, now fighting out of Oxnard, California. He weighed in at 159 pounds. He is unbeaten in 9.5 years with an overall record standing at 44 wins, 1 loss and 2 draws, with 24 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, introducing Sergio Maravilla Martinez. And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing purple trunks with orange trim, fighting out of Augusta, Georgia, by way of Aiken, South Carolina. He weighed in at 157 pounds. Having avenged his only defeat, his outstanding record includes 37 wins, 1 loss, with 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Known as one of the world's most feared fighters, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 3-time world champion, introducing Paul the Punisher Williams. One referee in charge, Randy Newman, now to give instructions.
Sergio. Okay, gentlemen, you're both familiar with the rules of the state. We've gone over them thoroughly. I want you to remember 2 things. I want you to obey my commands, but number 1, defend yourselves at all times. Now shake hands and come out of the belt.
Here are the 2 best junior middleweights in the world fighting each other at middleweight. And although Paul Williams is favored, his only loss was to Carlos Quintana. Sergio Martinez is a super Carlos Quintana.
Williams trainer George Peterson taking his own sweet time to put in the mouthpiece and vacate the ring, and now the bell sounds and they're ready to go. Interesting style contrast is reflected in CompuBox numbers. Williams likes to throw as many punches as possible, averages usually more than 100 per round. Martinez throws about 44, 45 punches per round. He likes to go in and out, use the ring, fight in flurries and skirmishes here and there. Williams wants sustained action. Which one will win that argument?
Well, at this stage here, Williams has created a lot of pressure. He's putting much more pressure, I think, on Martinez than Martinez ever experienced, especially from a tall fighter. But it's very seldom you run across a tall fighter that fights that way. Normally, the tall guy is the guy that's leaning back and boxing, moving around.
Waiting on the opposition.
Yeah. See,
Martinez stepped in with a good little counter right hand to the jaw.
And that's very smart. Martinez is tricky. He cannot beat this guy punch a punch, but he's going to try to land clean, effective punches and hope that Paul gets over anxious and get out of position and leaves himself open when he's coming forward.
And down he goes on a left hand to the temple. And that's shocking, but it looked as though it was a combination of bad balance and the punch landing.
But the punch landing, he couldn't see it because the guy's tall. The right hands are coming from up at such a high distance. He's not used to that.
Well, we talked before the fight.
Oh, hard left hand by Martinez. Ripping Williams.
Martinez resembles Quintana. Paul Williams' only loss. Martinez's only loss was to Margarito, a tall welterweight who applied pressure and ran him out of the ring.
Now let me make a point because I screwed this up in the Cotto-Pacquiao fight. Pacquiao-Cotto, I should say. Martinez is fighting to try to make it a 10-9 round. Not a 10-8 round in Williams' favor, but a 10-9 round if he can win the rest of the
All right,
round
get out of there.
himself.
Don't
That was
punch.
what
Get
the
out.
big right hand was all about.
He was trying to make it a 9-9 round with,
Yeah.
with that left hand.
All right, you're tied, you're tied. Break it up. Don't punch. Come on, let him go, Sergio.
The last thing Martinez needed in round one was to go down on a flash knockdown and give
All right, you're
Williams
tied.
an
Break.
extra
Don't
point.
punch. Get out.
Every point is going to be precious.
Yeah, right now, Williams put a lot of pressure, and I'm still looking at that left-hander here. He's just barely missing Martinez. Martinez doesn't have really a good defense for that left-hander. Just he hopes he's out of range. He's not rolling a punch or anything. He's just hoping he's out of
Break,
range.
don't punch. Don't hit him in the back of the head. That's crap. Let's go.
Incidentally, Martinez says he's fighting this fight in memory of the late Vernon
Don't punch.
Forrest.
Get out.
Were they friends? No. He says he never met Forrest. But when he learned about Forrest's outreach to developmentally disabled adults and impoverished children, he developed a fondness for him, and he misses him and fights in his honor tonight. Hard right hand, and Williams goes down. And Martinez has evened the round.
9-9.
Brilliant.
Coming in counter punch.
Williams landed one big shot in the round. Martinez landed two. Wow.
Well, just as I said before the show, the reason that Martinez has a chance because he's a good counterpuncher and he can move with his feet and hopefully get Paul just as he is over-anxious and can catch him with a counterpunch as he's coming in with his over-anxiousness.
He looked like Manny Pacquiao with that hook.
But just get back and be calm. Man up on your jab.
You know, I don't know how far we was going to deal with this.
Now what you got to do is throw that left.
Here we see the left hand and knock Martinez down. You can see a lot of was bad off balance. The legs was in a bad position.
Raising punch.
Now you see Paul coming in, and he's catching him at perfectly timed punch, and that's a serious punch right there. There was nothing to do with balance on that.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Williams 15 of 65. Martinez only threw 24 punches, but landed 11 and returned the knockdown. Both fighters tasted the canvas in round one.
And that's a good score by Harold, by the way. Though Williams won more of the round, Martinez had him hurt on the canvas and deserves to win the round. I agree because of that.
All right, that's it. That's it. Bring it out.
Another good counter right. Williams is going to have to get more careful about overreaching with the left hand.
He's punching too far out of range. He's punching too far away.
He is opening himself up to these right hooks, and Martinez is having a festival right now.
He did not respect Sergio Martinez's punching power early.
Well, what he really needs to respect is Martinez's speed. Look at how fast Martinez can go in and out.
You're right, he's getting hit with right hooks he doesn't see coming.
I believe Martinez is the fastest 154-pounder I have ever seen.
Let him go, Paul. Let him go.
Now, some disagree with me about that, but he shows blinding speed when he wants to.
Every era has its batch of slick southpaws. Martinez is the best of this era.
Straight left hand landed for Martinez.
That's that type of fighter.
I don't think Paul is fully recuperated. Even though he's fighting with a lot of aggression, he still seems to be a little bit wobbly coming in and looks very, very unsteady on his legs to me.
He's missing every punch, and Martinez is landing his.
Martinez looks very strong, seems to be very much in control. And the way it's going, it looks like Martinez is headed towards possibly a knockout.
And Martinez is softening up Williams with body shots in this round. Very intelligent. For a guy who took up boxing at 19, Sergio Martinez knows how to fight.
At 34, that means 15 years in the game. Plenty of time.
Now this is something Martinez will frequently do. Drop his hands and invite the opponent to come forward so that he can counter.
Paul already looks like he's fighting on heart and determination, and Sergio Martinez appears to still be fighting with a game plan at this moment.
He's working him over in this round.
He's taking advantage of Paul Williams being out of position when he comes in.
Yeah.
And Paul, you know, is just getting in with his punches. You can see him coming. He's throwing them too far back.
Suddenly it appears that for a super slick, fast counterpuncher, Williams has the wrong style. And that's exactly what Martinez told us yesterday. He said, I will use his aggression against him.
All right, let him go.
And he's doing a great job so far.
Hey, enough of the crap. Let's go.
So it'll be fascinating to see if Williams can make adjustments necessary to put himself back in control of the fight. Great job by Martinez there, holding him with one side and pounding him with the other. He won every second of that round.
Very nice, very nice. You had him dead. You had him dead. But don't be desperate. Keep working it. Keep working it. That right hook gets in all the time. You hurt him with that right hook. You hurt him a lot. Now breathe, breathe, breathe. As soon as you touch him, you hurt him. He's never been hit that way. He's never been hit by a guy who can hit well. Understand? Come on. And pick up that left. Bring your hands in. Let him come in. Bring your hands in and let him come in. Okay, son? Bring your hands and bring out the punch on the bottom. That's it. You got to throw that one.
CompuBox numbers in the second round. Williams 9 out of 60. Only 2 out of 28 jabs. He's missing his jab. Martinez 17 out of 50, 34%. He won the round.
Well, I tell you, Martinez's stamina and his background from bicycling and soccer is going to have to be a big factor for him tonight. Because even though I think, I have him, slightly winning the fight, but Williams is still putting a lot of pressure on him.
Well, we saw Quintana beat Paul Williams in this southpaw style, but not as good as Sergio Martinez.
Oh, look at the counter-punching of Martinez.
But after he gets through, Paul Williams right back at him again.
Williams beat Quintana in a rematch in a first-round knockout, but Quintana's an up-down fighter. And sometimes a first-round knockout, although it's conclusive, doesn't give you a big body of evidence to see how one fighter does against a certain kind of style. Here, Williams is again being exposed by a slick southpaw.
Quick hook inside by Martinez. Missed that hook and complains that there was a headbutt. This is not the southpaw against conventional fighter problem. 2 southpaws tonight.
Well, I don't know if, Martinez is going to be able to take this pressure. If he doesn't knock out Williams, I think he's going to have a rough time. The way I'm looking at him, switching back the other way.
But he might not tire, Emmanuel.
That's what I'm saying.
He has amazing stamina.
Yeah, he's going to have it tonight.
Yes, because Williams is putting pressure on.
Yep, and those left hands that are just barely missing, once he slows down, they're going to start landing.
If he slows down.
Another big right hook by Martinez. Now Williams stuns him with a right hook. Martinez keeps coming.
Williams is a sitting duck for Martinez's right hook.
Over and over, Martinez tags him with the right. Williams is still falling short as Martinez moves away.
Yeah, but Williams still putting a lot of pressure on him. I'm still looking right now at Martinez maybe landing the cleaner punches. But Williams, it seems like he's got his groove on there. He's got his rhythm going now.
I'll punch. Let's go. Get off him.
Might have his rhythm, Emmanuel, but he's getting beaten like a drum. In this round, although I see what you mean, he's still taking a lot of clean shots to the head.
He's taking clean shots, but if he can keep taking those with that pressure of being a tall guy, you might see Martinez start to wilt.
Yeah, but how many points down can he go on the cards? And Williams' left eye shows some blood on the outside of the eye.
And it's
where he's getting hit with the right hook.
And as tough as Williams is, how many right hooks can he take?
Boom. Martinez lands on the left. Into another right hook. Williams is still missing most of his punches, although getting closer. He's closing the distance, Emmanuel, as you said he would. Another round that I would have to give to Martinez. He landed many more shots.
I agree. Water. Paul Williams.
Well, January 26th sees the return of 24/7. This time, instead of boxing, it's NASCAR, as we'll focus on 4-time Sprint Cup champion Jimmy Johnson and his teammates as they prepare for the season-opening Daytona 500. And World Championship Boxing returns January 30th. It's a highly anticipated welterweight unification bout with title holders Shane Mosley and Andre Berto meeting in Las Vegas.
You got to make this guy fight. But you can't make him fight by throwing a punch and dropping your hand. Every time you get ready to fight, he hits you upside your head. Well, okay, you don't need that. What you need to do is move your head and bring your hands high. You understand? Don't give him the fight.
CompuBox numbers on power shots in round 3. Williams 13 out of 43. Martinez 17 out of 37. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Don't punch, don't punch.
3 rounds to nothing. 30-27, Sergio Martinez. You know, Jim, in round 1, it's very interesting. In the 10-point must system, the winner in a round has got to get 10 points. I mean, you could have an even round where, you know, it would be 10-10, but somebody has to get 10 points. They each scored a knockdown. Martinez was a more solid knockdown. I gave him the round 10-9. Anyway, Martinez landing the hardest, solid shots. 3-0, Martinez.
Hard right hook by Williams.
And there's what Emmanuel was talking about.
That's Williams' best punch since the first round.
The signature punch in the fight still has been the right hook of Martinez, but I'm just still looking at the intensity and the look in the eyes of Paul Williams, even though he's being outclassed. You know, a lot of these fighters are just not used to that, especially foreign fighters. The pace and the tempo of the pressure is starting to wilt, making him down.
Still getting caught with an awful lot of punches coming in.
He's getting caught. I agree with that, but I just still look at if he doesn't get knocked out with that right hook, meaning Paul Williams. It looks pretty good for him going down the stretch.
Let him go, let him go, let him go.
Well, he's 3 points behind on the Letterman scorecard.
Well, he did lose it this
Maybe
round,
closer on some official cards.
I think that Harold's scorecard is pretty much right on the money, including the first round.
All right, that's it. Don't punch. Get up. Let's go, let him go. Let him go, Paul. Yeah, watch your head. Right, don't punch. I'll punch you in the back. Hey, he stops, you stop. None of this.
Another right hook inside by Martinez. And a left-hand shot by Martinez and a big left by Williams. Martinez holds on a little bit and bangs to the body, too.
This is turning out to be a tremendous fight. Remember, we
Good
first
right
thought
hook by
about
Williams. 2 more right hooks by Martinez. They are landing intensely.
Two of the best, it's the 2 best fighters in the world at junior middleweight, fighting just a few pounds north of the division.
we thought it was going to be 2 counter punches maybe for the most part, but Paul Williams decided that's not going to be the strategy tonight. So he's been responsible for this excitement, even though he's losing. He's the one that's pushing the fight. Otherwise, it could have been a real technical fight.
Well, Paul Williams likes action fights, and if he wanted an action fight here, he couldn't counterpunch. He had to lead because he knew that Martinez would counterpunch.
You feel me? Stop punching.
Paul Williams' head is up in all those exchanges and still right there for any counter punch, particularly right hook.
Break.
And the damage is mounting around Williams' left eye. There's blood in the orbit. Hard left hand by Williams. Martinez grabs and holds.
I was figuring that's what happened. So
Grabs and holds on.
That hit Martinez right on the chin, and he held immediately.
Martinez is hurt. I could see that left hand from the first round was just barely missing.
And Paul is badly cut.
That's what I'm talking about. Man up. Man up on that jab, okay? You got to fight him.
No one is working on his eyes still.
You got me? Smith Powell. You got to fight him,
17
Paul.
seconds go by before they touch
You
the
didn't
eye.
do it that round. But let 2 and 3 go. You trying to throw one jab and you trying to throw it from across the street. But that's not going to work. You got to throw the jab and you got to throw the hook. Okay? Listen to what I'm saying. You got to throw the jab and you got to throw the hook and you got to come back with the jab. You need more than 1 punch. You got to throw numbers, Paul. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you want to do this, you got to fight smart. You want to win this, you got to fight smart. And fighting smart is manning up on them punches.
Yeah, right there, here is a headbutt by Martinez that really aggravated the already bleeding cut eye.
A lot of the damage has been done by Martinez's right hooks. Williams landed a huge left hand to punctuate the last round. And the way Martinez is fighting, it looks like he's still hurt from that left hook.
And, I don't know if he has that street toughness about him that Paul Williams has. And that's why even though Williams was losing, in my mind, I saw him winning because I'm looking at beyond not the round, but the overall fight.
Guys, 2 weaknesses in Paul Williams. One, he's susceptible to cuts. The other is he hasn't sat down on his punches and been a real good puncher throughout most of his career. Here at middleweight, you see him punching Emmanuel with real authority.
But I think it's just the fire in him. Just the fight inside of the man is what really makes it your winners. And then he has seemed to be much more fight and determination inside.
Williams landed a good right hook to the heart of Martinez in their last exchange. Martinez seems to have gotten his legs back from that big shot at the end of the 4th round. But the momentum of the fight is shifting. Williams is beginning to be the more threatening of the two, after Martinez had a brilliant first 3 rounds. Martinez seems to be trying to just get through this round, avoid damage, and maybe catch his breath a little bit.
And Paul Williams has slowed down on weak tag too. He hasn't been fighting with intensity yet that you would think after having Martinez hurt. But that left hand is still just grazing him, just barely missing, and the more fatigue that sets in, you're going to see that left hand land more frequent. Of Paul Williams.
And now Martinez fires 3 more right hooks and blocks Williams with a left. And Williams fires back. And they're trading shots.
What a savage exchange in the middle of the ring.
Amazing. Well, the last thing Martinez wanted to do was trade shots with Williams, but he got through there.
Accurate, hard punches
by both guys in that exchange.
Back and forth, a true exchange, as you say, Jim.
I'm here, let him go, let him punch it out. Step back, one step back.
Now Martinez's left eye is beginning to swell a little bit too, from Williams's right hook. And his jab. More trading shots. Williams got the better of that exchange. And Martinez backs off.
Martinez getting hit there because he fights with his hands down.
I don't think Martinez intended that, but it's not a bad thing to do.
No, it takes a lot of energy when you get down like that, trying to get yourself up.
Especially a guy almost 6'2" with thin legs.
You say we're almost 6 foot. That man is 6'2" all over. If there ever was anybody 6'2". That's.
Breathe, Sergio. Breathe. Breathe.
Escucha, Sergio.
Listen, Sergio. You are working very well. Don't go in on the exchanges. Don't go to the exchanges. Don't stay there. Don't get heated up. When you catch him and he wants to exchange, move. Get away. Get out of there.
Here we see a tremendous exchange, which was typical of the fight right here. Both guys fighting with so much determination, getting hit with clean punches and coming right back right away before the opponent can get his momentum to going.
Rough night in Atlantic City for Paul Williams and Sergio Martinez as we go to the 6th of the scheduled 12. Wild first round in which both men were down. Martinez seemed in control in the 2nd, 3rd rounds, hammering Williams with right hooks. In the 4th round, Williams caught Martinez with a big left toward the end of the round. In the 5th round, they exchanged freely, but Williams seemed to be getting the better of it. And after all of my crowing about Martinez's stamina, I do believe Williams' pressure has taken something out of him, Emmanuel.
Nobody can put pressure like a tall fighter. A tall fighter putting pressure. You can't grab him and tie him up and pull him by the head the way you can with a shorter guy coming in, the way Ali used to do. The worst pressure in the world is a tall fighter that puts pressure.
They're banging heads again. We saw Martinez ducking away and grimacing. Williams missing the jab.
A lot of talent on display here, obviously, Jim, but also a lot of will. You mentioned them getting their hearts hooked, but neither guy got their heart took. And that's why we're getting these excellent exchanges. Because when one guy gets hit, his inclination is to throw right back.
Williams still seems to be too open to Martinez's right, particularly the hook.
Williams is still wide open. I just think his determination is keeping him in the fight, making it close, but you know, it's still, his head is up.
Hard right hook by Williams. As Martinez has become more stationary, it becomes more of a grinding fight.
But you know what you said, Max, before, the 2 best junior middleweights in the world, and that's what they're fighting like tonight. I mean, even though Martinez is winning, but what a fight is there.
We're witnessing a special fight. And generally this, you know, you get the 2 best guys in a division going at it, special things happen.
Well, we're witnessing a special fight partially because they are two special athletes. Not all boxers and not all skilled boxers are great athletes. Both of these guys have amazing athletic quality, and that's showing up in the ring.
They do things that other guys can't.
All right, break, don't punch. Let him out, that's it. Work out, don't punch, just get out. Let's go, let him go.
That left hand of Williams didn't do that much effect because of the fact that Martinez was rolling away from the punch. It looked good.
In fact, Martinez's left right there was probably better.
Yes.
It's another right hook inside by Martinez. Doing a good job of slipping Williams' punches there. Good combination for Williams there. Pretty close round, but Williams' busier style and more punches are beginning to make their mark. December 8th, don't miss the next Joe Buck Live. Among the guests, Pedro Martinez, Brian Urlacher, Michael Strahan, and Floyd Mayweather. December 22, Real Sports returns with its annual year-end edition. Join Brian Gumbel and all the correspondents as they discuss their most interesting and revealing stories from 2009.
Keep working with that lead hand. No, after half a bout, you know that he's going to slow down. You see that last minute, it was a bit slow, right? You got to finish off strong. Move, and then when the last minute is up, go and attack.
Martinez's Spanish trainer is Juan Leon Diaz, and as you heard, he talks a blue streak. CompuBox numbers in round 6. Paul Williams finally fought a Paul Williams round. He threw 90 punches by CompuBox count, landing 32. Martinez was 18 out of 49 in return. Harold, how you got it through 6?
Okay, Jim. 3 rounds apiece. 57, 57, I got it even. Sergio Martinez on my card won the first 3 rounds. Then Paul Williams tightened it up, started to come forward. He's the aggressor. You got to give him credit for effective aggressiveness, and he's dropping that left hand down on Martinez. And the thing is that Martinez now is fighting going back all the time. In other words, he doesn't move in and get, land that right over the top of the strong left hand like he did in the first 3 rounds. He's fighting moving backwards. Williams, evened it up in the last 3 rounds. 57, 57.
That's a good point, Harold, because Martinez's punches were doing damage in the first 3 rounds when he was going forward more resolutely to throw them. Throwing them as he backpedals, no power.
And part of that might be he's a little discouraged because as much as he dropped Paul Williams and had him badly hurt, there's Paul Williams firing right back.
Pure physicality beginning to make its mark for Williams.
Yeah, I think physically and mentally he's draining Martinez. I noticed Martinez when he went back at the end of the last round, I saw a look on his face of like, hey man, I've never been through this before. And I don't know if I can deal with it.
Well, Williams hadn't been through this before either.
No, not right. This is the roughest I think either one have ever fought. The only thing is myself here, there's a little more toughness mentally in Paul Williams.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Paul Williams' toughness plays into his ability to absorb a punch. As though he went down from the shot, but didn't get stopped and hasn't gone down again because he's determined not to.
And he was seriously hurt too.
Good uppercut by Martinez. Misses the second uppercut.
But Williams is making Martinez miss a lot of punches too now, which has amazed me. He's been tripping and twisting and turning.
Williams has improved dramatically since the second round when he seemed lost at sea. Gradually making adjustments as the fight goes on. Pretty soon, Martinez may have to make a decision whether to stay out there at the end of Williams' punches or simply go inside and try to stay inside of him.
Right now, he's having a real problem because even when he lands his pet shot, which is the right hook, Williams comes right back, and oftentimes Williams lands his right hook at the same time.
At the beginning, Martinez was always able to get away. Not now.
What you doing still yet? You throw it one punch and you reach it back. You're not putting anything up your head. You understand to block those shots. But listen, this is what you got to do. You got to go to this guy's body, which you're not doing. He's just as tired as you are. Matter of fact, he's more tired as you are. But what you got to do, you got to...
Come on, son. Instead of throwing the lead hand, throw the left. Throw the left. And then keep faking him. Keep faking him. All right, son? The water. Don't stay on the inside. Don't stay on the inside. Keep moving. Keep moving. And lead it in the second hand.
So where would the toughness come from, which seems to be making a difference? Well, remember, Williams went into the ring as a 12-year-old. Ultimately, he backed away from boxing as a teenager, then came back to it when he was introduced to George Peterson, who has been his trainer and his confidant ever since. Martinez didn't take up boxing till he was 19, didn't get serious about it till he was 21. That's a difference in orientation, which may be the difference here.
Yeah, but you're going to have two individuals, they can both be the same brothers, and you just have one guy can be just tougher than the other. Sometimes it comes from the background of the childhood, but sometimes it's just in some people.
Although, guys, two points here. One, Sergio Martinez is showing a lot of toughness. And two, my impression in the corner, when you watch their faces in the corner, is that Paul is really suffering. Sergio looks much fresher.
Right, get out. Don't punch. That's it.
We'll see how that plays out. Better part of 5 rounds to go.
There's one thing for sure, these are two tremendous fighters right here. And, both guys are showing heart.
You see why nobody wants to fight him.
Yes, both of them, really.
Two of the most avoided fighters in the sport. You see why.
You know what's the difference in the last 2 rounds is, to me, it's been Paul Williams' defense a lot of time. He's been getting away from punches and slipping that he wasn't getting away from earlier.
It's a tradition that goes back to Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta in boxing, and even longer than that. 2 avoided fighters, 2 fighters who find it difficult to get fights, wind up fighting each other and creating these kind of fights.
Hard right hand by Williams. There's blood coming out of Paul Williams' mouth now. Williams is dripping blood in the middle of the ring. And that has begun in this round. Martinez' trainer asked him to throw lead lefts in this round.
Yeah.
Haven't seen one. There's one to the body.
He got a right hook to the head for it.
And now he got the right hook in because of the lead left to the
Paul
body.
Williams comes right back right after that.
This is a slip, not a knockdown.
The dominant punch for
Martinez
this
thinks
round
he's found something with this little left hand to the body. And it gets the right hook in again. 3 of them.
But just looking at the way Paul Williams is built, you would think that he's susceptible to body shots.
Big right hook by Martinez. Bobs Williams' head around on Ataxis. But Paul seems to have taken the punch okay.
That's it.
What a shot. Again, little left hook leads, or left hand leads to the body by Martinez, followed by the right hook upstairs. Left to the body. That was a good round for Sergio Martinez by my lights.
Work this guy's body. Why will you not work his body? You're going underneath a lot of things he's throwing. Okay? A lot of this stuff that he's throwing, you ducking, but you won't answer back. But you sit it open, but you're not answering back. Paul, listen, you got to work with both hands. You got your jab working, but you won't come back with the hook. You got it.
Breathe down. Feel Feel your lungs.
Bien, bien, bien. Te veo bien.
Very
Ahora
nice, very
cambiamos
nice.
este
You're looking
segundo
very
aire,
good.
¿vale?
Now, this is our second win now.
Vamos, ya está bien, ya está
That's
bien.
it. Very good.
Es como si empezáramos de nuevo, ¿vale?
Just like we
Es
started
como
at the
si fuera el
beginning.
primer round.
Just like the first round.
Here
Once
we
again.
see the signature punch of Martinez, which has been all night. His mainly only punch he's landed, that tremendous right hook, especially when they get in close quarters.
That's been the big weapon in the fight for Martinez.
All right, break.
Williams
Get out.
has landed some left hands.
But Williams' most punches in the last 2 rounds have been, believe it or not, a jab. He has been doing pretty good with the jab, but he hasn't been able to get his range with the left hand.
And you heard George Peterson keeps asking him to throw body shots and follow his jab with the hook.
Well, at this point, if he's not doing it, forget about it. Just try to work a strategy off of what he's doing, because he's not going to change.
And incidentally, guys, the reason Sergio Martinez enjoyed that success last round, you can credit his toughness for it, because he's still there in the face of Paul Williams' resilient assault. Paul Williams is resilient, of course, and mounted that counteroffensive in the last several rounds, but Martinez answers right back.
Yeah, you may also credit the subtle tactic of that little left to the body that he started using midway through the last round, because it seemed to set up the right hook. There's another one. See? Keeps trying to throw the left to the body and fire the right hook behind it. Now right hand to the body by Martinez. The shorter fighter obviously has the better chance to land body shots.
Martinez leaning now a little bit on his left side, you know, right in the path of a Paul Williams straight left hand, which Williams has been throwing.
Now they trade body shots. Both guys firing to the body at the same time. Hard right hook by Williams. Martinez missing with his.
This is a tremendous fight, and both guys are getting hit with clean punches here. And then neither one of them, after they get hit, will go into a defensive mode. They both will come right back with a punch.
Considering the level of skill at which this fight is being contested, it's an incredible fight.
This is the kind of fight your mother hopes you're never in.
Make your dad proud, though, Jim.
That's it.
Williams trainer George Peterson was utterly dismissive of Martinez. Not sure whether he was trying to build his fighter's confidence or get under Martinez's skin, but he said, you know, we've got no problem here. This will be an easy knockout. Paul will overwhelm him in 1 or 2 rounds. This is a great fight with 9 rounds in the books.
Sergio, listen, you've got to throw that left up top. You're throwing the left to the body, but then remember to throw it up top. Throw it up top.
What do you give in the body? He give you all you want in the body, but you're not using it. Deep breath. Okay. Deep breath.
Let's take a look at the dominance of Sergio Martinez's right hook. And you can see that 89 of his punches, the ones to the top right, or the top left side of Williams' head and on the chin, most of those, almost all of them, frankly, are right hooks. 54 left-hand shots to the right side of Williams' body. And then the rest, you know, a few jabs and left hands here and there. But by and large, left to the body, right upstairs, that has been the Martinez attack. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim. 5 rounds to 4. 86, 85, Paul Williams. You know, Jim, like you said, Sergio Martinez had a heck of an 8th round, landed that big right hand. He may have hurt Paul Williams, but in the 9th round, he started to look like a tired fighter, and Paul Williams started to back him up, walk him down, get him with the left jab, and drop the left hand down on him. So I thought Paul Williams pulled that round 9 to pull ahead by 1 round. 5 to 4, Paul Williams.
Hard left hand by Martinez. Harold, would you agree that there have been some very close rounds here, and this might be a tough fight to score?
Absolutely, Jim.
There's another straight left hand by Martinez, and suddenly he changes up again, firing left hand leads into the face of Williams, and seems to have shocked Williams with this new tactic. Good adjustment.
He's doing very well this round here, but he's going to have to do it the rest of the round if you don't knock him out, because Paul is going to be right in his face after every exchange, right back.
Paul Williams is, you don't think of him this way. He's not built that way, but he's a pit bull. He's tenacious.
Hey, no punch.
He took some shots from Sergio Martinez in this round that would have
Let him go.
stopped the lesser fighter.
That's it. All right, get out.
Well, it remains to be seen whether the two big left hands in the first minute will be enough to win the round for Martinez. So far, Williams hasn't answered with anything as spectacular.
No, so far this round still is Martinez's round. He's landed a lot of clean punches compared to what Paul hasn't landed anything.
Good body shot by Martinez, and he backs away. Another left hand shot.
That's a new weapon.
Suddenly, Williams is open to the left hand. That hadn't happened all night long.
And he can't afford to take it. He's getting bad enough with the right hooks. Now that Martinez is throwing the left hand, he's got two punches he's got to look out for.
He has landed 3 solid lefts in the round, which seem to have him winning the round. Another right jab for Martinez, countering beautifully. Big left hand by Martinez.
That left hand by Martinez was on the chin and shifted Paul Williams' feet about a foot, and Paul Williams keeps coming.
But Martinez is not a power puncher.
Right. That's it.
In his 44 wins, he only has 24 KOs. He's quite accustomed to going the distance to earn his victories. Although there have been moments when he's been loading up big shots and clearly trying to knock Paul Williams for a loop in this fight. Feels like an even fight.
Okay? Deep breath, water. Deep breath. You're looking good, but let me tell you, let's get back some of that body, Paul. The body's there, man. You know, you want to go out with a headshot. Let's get the body. You ain't what I'm saying? Look.
Work out, it's your turn. Work down. Work to the body, then to the left. To the left up top. Come on, babe. Let's go. You got his range. You got your range. Work it. He's dead.
Here we see a beautiful left-hand shot from Martinez right on the chin, something that we didn't see earlier in the fight at all. And here once again we see the left hand again. That's turned out to be the key punch right now for Martinez. In fact, the key punch of the entire fight for the last round.
In fact, power shots in round 10 by CompuBox count. Williams 8 of 53. Martinez 16 of 40. We go to the 11th round.
If you're in either corner, knowing that the fight is close, it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys fight the last 2 rounds.
Yep, championship rounds here. We've already told you many times, the 2 best 154-pound fighters in the world fighting at 160 in a non-title fight. It's been a hellacious battle from the get-go.
And in this era of multiple belts, etc., these are 2 truly championship caliber fighters.
Crowd is chanting Paul. Trying to lift Williams. Williams is chasing and trying to get at Martinez.
That's it. That's enough.
They trade shots there.
Come in here.
How did you score this round?
I have no idea.
Just suppose it was a 15-round fight.
You know, I think, I know Paul Williams has an advantage in terms of the
Good
punch
left
stat.
hand by Martinez.
I think I would rather have been Sergio Martinez so far throughout the majority of rounds in this fight. I think he's landing the cleaner, more effective shots.
Yeah, much more damaging punches. Cleaner, effective punches. If you look at that, he's definitely landing that.
He's nearly exhausted, though, as he falls to his knees in front of Williams with a minute to go in the 11th.
You're right, Jim. He looks absolutely exhausted.
Oh, I'm here, don't punch.
He's one of the fittest fighters to be found on the planet, but the constant pressure of dealing with Paul Williams' long body seems to have worn him out. There's another right hook, and another left hand, and another right hook, and another left hand, and another 2 right hooks, and another left hand. And Sergio Martinez is determined to try to win this fight. Williams is under enormous pressure now.
In the 11th round of a war, these two are throwing punches like that in the middle of the ring.
And look at the blood from Williams' eye. Sergio Martinez is putting up a tremendous battle.
Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward fought downstairs in this building, but they didn't contest their fights on this level of skill.
Big right hand to finish the round for Martinez. It looked like he won the 11th to me.
Sit, Sergio, sit. Sit, baby. Put water on it. Very good, Sergio, very good. The only thing is that when you kneel down, he was knocked out. He was knocked out. You've got to keep working, keep on working. Give it all.
We got it, Doc. We got it. We got it. Last round, okay? Deep breath, Paul. Okay, open your mouth. Deep breath.
Don't stay on the inside. Stay close. Work it. And fake him. Work his body and then put his left up top. You understand? All right, let's go. Put the soul in it. Put your soul in it. The fight is yours.
In the 11th round, Williams landed 35 and Martinez landed 32. That's the high number of connected punches for both fighters in the fight. Emmanuel, what should Paul Williams do this round?
Just what he's doing, put pressure. The last round, I really had it even. Maybe that last flashy right hook of Martinez may have won it. But I had the last round of my stroke even. So this round, if I'm judging, probably will be the round that's going to decide the winner of this fight. Paul Williams got to just what
Hard left hand by Martinez. All 3 judges are American. Martinez is from Argentina and has lived most of his life in Spain since he started boxing. So remember that as we get ready for a decision.
Now, some judges look for clean, effective punches. They would go for Martinez. And a lot of judges look for the aggressive fighter who's pushing the fight. So it's going to be a very difficult fight, depending on who the judge and what the judge looks for.
Whatever happens here.
Clean punches have been with Martinez. But for the aggressiveness and effectiveness, determination, that would go to Williams.
Whatever happens here, the question is to who these guys
Hard left hand by
next.
Martinez. He's landing the flashier punches again. Down goes Martinez, and it's going to be ruled a slip. It is not going to be ruled a knockdown. Pretty close call. Right hand by Martinez.
And a nice left uppercut by Williams, too. Both guys landed great shots at the same time.
Williams must know that Martinez's legs are nearly gone. Another solid left hand inside by Martinez.
What a fight.
Crowd is standing. We'd like to stand too, in honor of 2 guys who have fought 12 brilliant rounds. What a way to finish the year.
Go punch.
30 seconds to go. Neither man is having a rousing round. Both men appear near exhaustion, although Williams, bleeding, appears to have a little more left.
This fight has been dramatic from the first round when both guys went down, and the 12th and final round is still up in the air. The same way they started is the way they're finishing up.
Well, it remains to be seen whether Sergio Martinez gets this decision, but he certainly got respect.
And whatever the decision here, Jim, the question as to who, Paul Williams or Sergio Martinez, should fight next, I have an answer.
Each other. Absolutely. Brilliantly said, Max. All right. What a show by Martinez and Williams. Both getting their due from the crowd. Let's take a look at the highlights. Round one. First, Martinez goes down on a glancing left hand, bad balance. Martinez was on the canvas. Now, fighting from the deficit. In the closing seconds of the round, he lands a giant right hook and knocks Williams down. Ultimately, Harold Letterman gave that round to Martinez 10-9. In round four, the strong left hand by Williams began his comeback in the fight. After it appeared to us Martinez had won the first 3 rounds. Round five, good exchange, and they traded punches viciously in the middle of the round. Williams seemed to get the best of it, ultimately landing more punches. But Sergio Martinez wouldn't take no for an answer, and in round 8, throwing left-hand body shots, he suddenly revived his right hook and started pounding Williams again with right hooks, as he had done through most of the first 3 rounds of the fight. And then in round 10, suddenly Martinez unveils straight left hands and lands them, a series of them on the face of Williams. Round 11, a war as the fighters landed 67 power shots in this round. And this exchange ultimately ended with another big shot from Martinez. So who gets the win as 3 American judges prepare to render the verdict? Harold, how did you finally score it?
Jim, 7 rounds to 5, 115, 113, Paul Williams. I just thought he finished this fight stronger. I think Martinez tied it in 11 and 12, and I just think that Paul Williams outpunched him, but it was very, very close.
Don't you think Martinez landed the cleaner shots and the clearer shots?
He landed some really hard shots. I thought Paul Williams got in some hard shots. I just thought Paul did a little bit more to win it in the championship rounds.
Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. and find out what the official scorers thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a majority decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Julie Letterman, scores about 114 to 114, even a draw. Overruled by judges Lynn Carter, who scores about 115 to 113, and Pierre Benoist, who scores about 119 to 110, in favor of the winner, Paul the Punisher Williams.